Hey everybody, it's Brenda with Foxy's Creations. I'm back. I'm back. And where have I been? Or where did I go? So, last time I was here 3 weeks ago, we were working on the A Winter's Tale journal. And that was right before Christmas. And then I took Christmas, and this is just something pretty to look at. My aunt made the placemats. And I have notes for what I want to cover. So, during that time, I was sick. We had rain from Christmas Day for 10 days straight. Was it Christmas Day or New Year's Day? Probably New Year's Day. We had rain on and off between Christmas and New Year's, but I think last week was the last week was the first week Nick was back at work after 10 days of straight rain. So, and then he only worked 4 days because we had rain. We're supposed to have rain tomorrow. I'm about tired of the rain, but I'm glad it's not snow. But so I was sick. Hubby was out of work and home every day, which does interfere with recording or going live. But the other thing is we were working on my craft room. And so in between being sick and everything, we were building a desk in the craft room, putting up shelving in the craft room, building a wire rack shelving from Walmart. He's got racks up. Yesterday, I got the shelf up I needed to mount the camera to, which is why I'm able to record now. So I'm back. I feel much better as long as the rain will stay at bay. Because when it rains, here's what happens. We have bad internet, which is I don't record on internet. I don't do lives on internet because our internet can't handle it. Our internet's horrible. Everybody on our road comes from the same line. So with the holidays and kids were out of school, I couldn't use the internet at all. And then with that much rain, our cell signal degrades out here. So I couldn't use that either. Now, normal rain doesn't bother it, but 10 days straight, it was having a problem. So I was spinning just trying to do things like get YouTube videos to load or go on Pinterest down rabbit holes and trails and things. Getting my email to load, everything was just spinning, regardless of whether I was on Wi-Fi or if I was on the network. So that's why a lot of why I didn't go live those 10 days was rain. But I am feeling much better. The good news is I got a craft room. We're in the craft room. This is my desk. I don't sing good either, but I'm happy. This is my new desk. It is about 8 feet. It's from one wall all the way down to the other wall. And it's about 3 feet front to back. So that's plenty of room to put little bins to store stuff in to make ephemera. I've got places to put finished ephemera, places to grab stuff to make ephemera, that kind of thing. I've got my little drawer boxes on the walls with stuff in them. I've got shelves for the little stuff. I've got shelves next to me for the bigger stuff, shelves behind me, a little rolly cart for paints and stuff. It's coming together. There's still some work to be done. It's not finished, so there will be a walkthrough, but not quite yet. And then I was thinking about where do I want my channel to go in the next year? What are my plans for this year? I've been on YouTube for almost a year, where I'm a little over 400 subscribers. I would love to get to 500 subscribers before anniversary in April. So y'all please pimp out my channel. Because like I said, I would love to do the 500 subscribers before my year is up. That was the goal, to get to 500 by the time I had been on a year. If I don't make it, I don't make it. I haven't been very, consistent with uploading. That's one of my goals for this year, is to be more consistent. So things that I see coming up. Journals are still my favorite thing, you guys. Journals are what I love. Anything to do with a journal, whether it's making painted papers for the background, which I have a journal with my own painted papers in the background coming up. So whether it's making my own painted papers, making my own coffee dyed paper, or making my own ephemera for journals. Because to me, a journal, whether it's a kit that you download or a junk journal you put together from scratch. There's a puzzle involved, even if it's a kit. The kit is never, to me, complete. There's things that you need to go in that kit. You might want other ephemera to go in the kit. In my case, I like to make a lot of my ephemera. So I might take an image from the kit and I want to make a pocket for that image to go on. The pocket's not from the kit. Well, now what am I going to make the pocket out of? Coffee dyed paper, background paper. I got to go on the hunt. What image am I going to put on that? If I use one of her, an envelope from a kit, what images am I going to put on those? And that kind of thing. So my thing is hunting for everything for the ephemera, finding the background pages, figuring out what to back what pages with so it looks good next to the page before it, and then putting it all together and watching a journal come to life. Watching that journal start to say, I'm a journal. I'm a place where people can keep secrets. I'm a place where people can write down information and save information. I love doing that. I like puzzles. I like hunting the stuff down and putting it all together. So we're still going to be doing a lot of journals, but we're also going to be doing finding the ephemera for the journals, making ephemera for journals, whether it's paper clips, which I love making altered paper clips that go with each journal that I make. As we know, I love the altered paper clips. So making paper clips, bead dangles, whether they be made out of paper clips or just beads on a head pin. I like making the little dangles for the sides of the journals. I like making, small tags and, different things. So we're going to be doing a lot of that. I figured from doing the Artie Mays journal fully live, if I go live more than 3 times a week, we can do a journal in a week. I'm figuring, though, 2 weeks that way I don't push myself to do live every day. We might have an extra one in there or something, but we could do a journal and include making the embellishments for the journal. How do I hunt down embellishments? Not that my way is any better than anybody else's way. It's just, what's my process? So we're going to be doing journals, but we're going to do them my way, which right now is I don't use a lot of coffee dyed paper. I do have 2 journals coming up that has some coffee dyed paper in it. And I want to talk to you about the coffee dyed paper in a moment. We're going to be doing some more craft with me videos. I had a request for the altered paper clips. So I am going to be doing a craft with me on altered paper clips. I want to do book page pockets and book page inserts my way. Definitely inspired by Patricia Vera Montes. I hope I pronounced her name correctly. Definitely inspired by Gail Agnestelli. But my way, my take on them, which is a little different. We're going to be doing some beading and some claying because beading, we can make beaded bead dangles, beaded charms for our journals. We can make paper clip. Oh my, we can make polymer clay pieces that are thin to fit in our journals that can be on tags and that kind of thing. I made some sunflower ones to go in my sunflower journal, which hasn't been made yet, but it's still going to be made. It's definitely one of the ones on the list. So we're going to be doing that. Some beading, some claying, some craft with me videos, more journal making. Currently, I have 2 that are due by January the 31st, which is only a couple of weeks away. One is a challenge project for Junk Journal Newbies. It's a group on Facebook. Yes, Junk Journal Newbies. And the other one is my Tsunami Rose Design Team project. Both of them are gorgeous. So probably doing some of those. I've already got the journals started. Because I do craft even when I'm sick. Because it's like an addiction. So yeah. But those journals are already started. But we can work on them and some embellishments and figure out where things need to go and that kind of thing. Trying to think what else. Facebook group. I started my Facebook group. I had a request to do so. It's not very active. The main thing with the Facebook group is just a place for us to share what we make, what we're doing today, which I need to get better at. If nothing else, I should post in there what I'm doing today. But another thing it's good for is for when I go live, I can post, I'm going live and reach most of my followers as long as you join that group. So there will be a link down below for the Facebook group, a link below for the Etsy store, because back to the coffee dyed paper, I recently coffee dyed some paper. It was gorgeous. I put some doilies on it. It came out really awesome. And then I thought, before I use these, I should scan them, because then I may not be able to duplicate like this, the water spots and all that came out. They were just awesome to me. So I scanned them. Then my next thought was, somebody else might like these papers besides just me. I could put them in Etsy. There's 8 to 10 pages of coffee dyed papers. Some of them have mica powders and colors, because I was trying to do that, and they came out really cool. The shiny mica powder probably won't show up, but the streaking and the colors do, which is awesome. I could put those in the Etsy store. I think it's 8 to 10 pages. I was thinking putting them in Etsy as a digital download, nothing to ship, nothing for you to buy. You can use them however often you want to use them, for whatever you want to use them for. $2.50 a bundle. And there's no shipping or anything involved. So that's an idea. Let me know in the comments below if that's something you would like to see. The other thing, because it's new setup in here in the craft room, I need to know, and I know I have shadows. I recorded earlier today a different video. Well, right now I don't have, there's shadows only this. I had a camera shadow earlier a minute ago here, and I don't see it now. Well, yeah, there's a little bit. I need to know if it sounds like I'm echoing. How is the lighting? So if you could take a moment, please, and leave a comment below on the lighting, the sound in here, sound quality, lighting quality. Is there anything I need to improve? Is the camera too close, too far? That kind of thing. Because right now it's maybe a foot above my table. And I'm doing this with the phone, which has no zoom, but my camera that I use with the computer has no zoom. So it is what it is. And I'm working on a way to make this come closer if I need it to, so I can zoom in and raise it back up. I'm working on that one. Because there's no zoom on the, well, I could zoom it by pinching the screen, whoa, and then pinching it back out. That could work. And I could do that. You just might want to close your eyes while I fiddle to get it where it needs to go. So there, that's the zoom that we have available. I think we've covered everything. I'm not going to be live on Saturday of this week because we still have a little bit of stuff to do in here. This room may not be done for a couple of more weeks or so. And I'm saying a lot. My goodness. But so I won't be filming on Saturday. Tuesday, I will return to my normal schedule, which is going to be Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays during the day at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. Other than that, I'm an insomniac and can't sleep. Now that I'm in a craft room, if I'm up late at night and I can't sleep, but I want to make something or work on something, I'm coming here, turn the lights on, turn the camera on. You're liable to see a title at 3 o'clock in the morning that says, I'm up, want to craft? Or I'm up, let's chat, something, you know, because I can't sleep. Which 3 o'clock in the morning here is just, some people might just be getting up East Coast. Pacific Coast might just be getting ready to go to bed. Overseas, it's their evening time. So 3 o'clock in the morning could work for some people. You know, if not, we'll just sit around and have chatting fun and crafty stuff. So I'm trying to think what else is new. I did get a planner so I can plan better and know what we're doing. I know one of the projects that I want to start, I realized when I moved everything in here, I'm missing, I want a water bottle, well, water jar to put glue brushes in that they can just be in. That's separate from my brushes I'm using to paint with and that kind of thing. So glass is bakeable. I want to make it from glass and it doesn't rust if water in it. I want to make that from glass, and I want to wrap it in polymer clay that I've rolled out, stamped on, or whatever to make a design. And so I want to make that, but I also realize I don't have a pen, P-E-N. I realize I'm Southern and I probably don't pronounce that correctly. It's pen. I don't have a pen storage thing, a place to put them, and pencils and that kind of thing, or a stand-up thing. But it also, an aluminum can is bakeable. And so the polymer clay will stay on that can. So I want to make one of those. And see, I could make the same design, same color background clay. They would match. And it gives me a place to put things. Let's see what else. So I know that's in our near future. There's a couple of beady things I want to do. I want to make some beaded flowers to go in the journals. A beaded flower could be as simple as 6 beads strung together. Petal beads are great for that because they have the shape of a petal. And when you put 6 of them together, it makes a little petal, like a daisy. And then you put a bead in the middle. It's only as high up as the bead in the middle. So a flat back height, if that, depending on the bead you put in it. So I want to make a lot of those. I have different colors already of petal beads. You could even take small little beads and string them together in such a way that they make petals. There's a lot of different things you can do to make embellishments from beads. I want to make some cluster embellishments for my journals. Been working on my clusters, and I'm not that good at it. So I know practice makes it better, better, better. So I just need to practice more. I have the sewing machine. I want to use it to make paper snippet things, is what I'm calling them. I don't know if that's what they are, but it's like layered paper with laces and little flowers, and you can use them as belly bands, fronts of pockets, and whatever you want to use them for. So I want to make those. Just a lot of different ideas going through my head. I have metal filigree embellishments that are thin enough I could put on journal pages that would look awesome. Alcohol ink, and then put in front of, put lace behind them. Maybe some cheesecloth, layer them up a little bit. Gorgeous. So there's a lot of different things I want to do and want to work on. And this is a brand new year, brand new way to get started. And I'm not starting where I did last year. I've come a long way. When I go back and I look at some of my first videos where I was doing the flocker swap, which I'm not participating in this year because I just really don't have the time to do that. But when I was making my flocker swap journal, that was my first videos. And so those videos, I've come a long way from that. And maybe we could make a junk journal like that, like maybe a Happy Mail journal where, because I have a composition book. I think when I get Happy Mail, we just glue it in if I get Happy Mail. But a Happy Mail journal, a place to keep up with like cards and things that people send that you can look back on for the year. So something like that would be simple to do. So I have several ideas, several things I want to do, several different avenues to go down. It's not going to all be journaling and all embellishment making. There's going to be other things. I'm open to suggestions from you guys. What do you want to see stuff of? I can crochet. I don't crochet a lot, but I can crochet. I tried bead crochet and I can't get that to work. My beads don't want to stay where they get put. So I gave that up. But I can crochet. Granny taught me, and then after Granny passed, I learned other patterns just off reading patterns. And if you know what the stitches are and you understand how to make them, you can crochet. So there's a lot of things I want to do. So overall, we're going to be doing journals. We're going to do embellishments, craft with me videos where we might just be making embellishments or chit-chatting. There may be just some plain chit-chatting videos. I'm going to try not to go live for more than 2 hours. So maybe an hour, hour and a half of crafting, 30 minutes of chatter, catching up. What are we doing? What's everybody been doing? There is something else new on the horizon starting sometime in February. Keep an eye out. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not saying nothing else. It's a surprise and a secret. So we're going to be doing a lot starting on Tuesday next week. So let's see, that would be 15 and 7. 20, that's 22nd. So starting on the 22nd, that is going to be when we go live and go back to the regular schedule. Health issues aside, hopefully we'll be able to do that, because I've had chest cold, head cold. No one wants to hear somebody cough every other word. Sound like a frog. And that's what was going on a lot. So yeah, so that's where we are. I hope everybody watches the video, gives it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because we got a lot of exciting things coming. I am hoping to hit 500 before my year in April. So please help with that by putting out my, information and sharing the videos and stuff like that. There are 2 walkthrough videos coming up. My Tsunami Rose December design team project, which she was gracious enough to allow extra time for. And I did the walkthrough of the Artie Maze that's there. Those are both going to go in the Etsy store. Let me know about the coffee dyed paper in the Etsy store and the sound and lighting and everything on this video. Love you guys so much, and I'm so glad to be back in my craft room. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye.